sure it's not going to collapse under my weight. Mega Shed Diaries, 6th of February 26. I'm quite excited because Lee from We Do Powder Coating Leicester has just called me to say that the bike's ready to, the frame is ready to pick up. So I'm going to get over there later today so I might get on this weekend putting some parts of it back together. I'm going to give him a call and ask if he doesn't mind me filming me doing a pickup. But I'll get back to you later. Mega Shed out. Oh wow! Yeah. How much if I was going to have wheels done?
Set of wheels, shot blast painted. The spoked or are they?
They are. They're not spoked. They're like cast. Yeah.
I mean on them, shot blast because they tend to shot blast a lot easier than the older wheels. I would say you'd be around about £35 a wheel.
£35 a wheel.
That'll be blasted and recoated.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
so I've got some that
obviously includes the zinc primer undercoat.
Yeah.
And then the top coat of the colour, with it being motorbike parts.
Yeah.
I always do that as a standard, just to give you a little bit more life and protection than putting the bike out on the road.
Oh, great. Because, yeah, I've got a few sets because I've got dry wheels, wet wheels for racing, but I got tyres on them all because I need to get the bike built, but I might come back later in the year and maybe get some powder coating done.
Like I said, one thing with the powder coat that I can tell you, you take this away now, if you then say, oh, I want some wheels exactly the same colour as this, you come to me in 6 months, 12 months time, the colour will be exactly the same because the formulation of the powder does not change. We don't change our cooking times. Our process is a standard process so that we can literally, you could bring this back to me in 6 months and go, Lee, I've knackered that up. I need it recoated, mate.
But yeah, it was a swing arm and that, and then the
bracket that's on there.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And you've left all the bolts in, and all right, and it'll be nice.
Everything and the head.
Did you? So you maxed off the bearings.
Top, bottom.
Perfect.
So there we
all
go.
right. All right. I'll get in the van. Thanks very much, Lee. Could be the back door because I've got stuff stacked up. Right, and you want paying?
There we go. So hopefully, got probably 6 bikes at the shop blast.
Yeah.
This is due to go down.
So you send them away to get shot blasters and you do the coating?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So I've got all this. We do a lot of trikes.
Yeah.
Motorbike wheel there.
Yeah.
I've got motorbike wheels down there off of an arm.
Oh, right. So you do a fair bit. Because I walk in and I think, oh, it must be all industrial.
No, so. We do an awful lot of sort of Lambrettas, Vespers. We do paint for the lads at Leicester Speedway.
All right.
Glenn Belcher, normally is the one I deal with there.
Yeah.
I deal with Rat Race, Gizmoto. We do a lot of motorbike stuff. Yeah.
All right then. Well, when I eventually do a video, I'll send you a link and you can have a watch.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Here's the frame and swing arm, and I'm itching to get these unwrapped and take a look at them. I've got a new chest mount for my camera. Just sort of testing it out. I think it's a bit better than the one wearing the one on my head. It means I can wear a hat easier anyway. Oh, you can see the holes in my welding. Look at that. Swing arm. Might need to clean these up a little bit, but loads better. Now, one thing I'm going to do before I put it together, and I forgot last time, is to, should have done it before I had it coated, to be honest. I'm going to put holes in here to attach the shark fin, which is a requirement for Mototeam regulations to stop you getting your feet or your toes caught in the chain. Also, I want to drill a hole here, there's already one there, so I can lock wire on the chain adjuster plate so they don't fall off when you're taking the wheel on and off. I was getting all cocky there about having a rolling chassis by the end of the weekend, and I was just taking these bolts out and cleaning the paint off them. That's yeah, my fault, because I just told the powder coater to leave them in and do it. I thought, oh, before I put it together, I should put some grease on these bearings. I bought this as a whole unit fairly cheap off eBay. It was in good order. Just thought, oh well, to do that, I'm going to have to knock this spacer out, which was a little bit stuck. I knocked the spacer out, and all of the pins just fell out, so that bearing is gone. So I'm going to have to knock that out. Last time I did this, it was a real bitch knocking it out with punches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rig up a puller with some threaded rod and various sockets to push that out with. I'll probably use this spacer, just the right size, to push that out, see if I can do it without mangling it. And I'm going to have to order a new one of these bearings before I can put it back together. I think I've run out of space here now. To find something else, I'll just tap it through now. There we are. Now I just need to order the correct bearing for there. So I've been on Fowler's, I've been on Wemoto. That bearing, 17 inner, 24 outer, 32mm wide, £47 for one bearing. Absolutely ridiculous. No one else seems to make them that size, but hey, just, you know, say if you could get two for £8 that are 7mm narrower. Who's gonna know, eh? Let me know in the comments if you think I'm a dickhead if I use a smaller bearing. Well, I'm not getting very far. I'm taking a long time cleaning out all of the holes and stuff in this. I've just drilled the holes in there so I can put the chain adjusters on, and I've got some nice new ones of those to put on, but that thread there is nasty and grotty, so I'm going to clean that up with an M6 die. Genuine Suzuki chain adjuster guide ×2 from Wemoto. Before I fit them, I'm going to drill a hole at the top, a hole at the bottom, so I can lock wire them onto the back, as I said earlier. Pro tip, get yourself a bit of spring from China. Cut it to length there and put it behind that plate. That allows that to go into there. We'll lock wire that plate onto here and it keeps that pushed forward. Just makes it easier getting the spindle in and out when you have it adjusted to the right length. It does reduce slightly the amount of adjustment that you'll have. But if you need to get it further back, you can always snip the lock wire, take the spring out. One of Mega Shed Diary's favourite tools here, lock wire pliers. I'm just going to lock wire these onto here. In the past, I have on one of my other bikes, I welded it on, just a couple of spot welds to hold it. But with lock wire will do, and if you need to take it out, you can just snip it. Stops it falling out when you're doing the wheel.
Mississippi Delta, shining like a national guitar. I'm following the river, down the highway through the cradle of the Civil War. I'm going to Graceland, Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to Graceland. Both boys and pilgrims with families, and we are going to Graceland. My traveling companion is 9 years old. He's the child of my first man.
I've just put the wheel and spindle in the swing arm so I can work out where I'm going to mount the shark fin. So stop your fingers or toes getting caught in the chain run there. Here's one I made months ago, but the same as I put on the other bike, but I bought myself a nice one from China. So I think I'll just mark it up there. Battery's about to go, but I will thread it with some M6, with an M6 tap, just into the swing arm. I'll mount that there.
And I said, love is like a river through your heart. Everybody sees you blown apart. Everybody feels the wind blow. Whoa, in Graceland, Graceland. I'm going to Graceland. Both boys and pilgrims with families, and we are going to Graceland. My traveling companion, the ghost in empty sockets. I'm looking at ghosts and empties. But I've reason to believe we all will be received in Graceland.
Homemade.
There's a girl in New York City who calls herself the human trampoline. And sometimes when I'm falling, flying, or tumbling in turmoil, I say, oh, so this is what she means. She means we're bouncing into Graceland.
Amazon Prime, guys, being delivered, and I've got, that's the bearing that fell apart. I'm going to replace it with this one. Yeah, controversial, I know. I'm sure it's not going to collapse under my weight. Also, Amazon have delivered another tub of grease, because the one I've had for God knows how long. I must have bought this when I was 16. I've had this about 30 years. This will probably last me the rest of my life. So now I've got that, I can put this together, and I can put the shock and the wheels and everything, and when I've got the forks on, I should have a rolling chassis. I don't think I'll quite make it this weekend, but the next few days. Got problems. This shock I bought months ago on Amazon from
China.
Quite cheap. Thought it looks very much like the GSX-S one. Just tried to fit it, and it just doesn't, just because of this section here, it fouls the swing arm. So hopefully I'll be able to return it. With the absence of anything else, I'm going to have to put this original one back on. I'll have to give it a clean up. It's in the right state, so I'm going to have to source another shock from somewhere that actually fits. I'll probably have to get a GSX one. I've given this a bit of a wire brush and the black spray can treatment. This will have to be a temporary solution.